Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of iZombie on the CW. This week we've seen Season 3, Episode 2, which is called Zombie Knows Best. And I want to apologize for the lateness, but I had a pretty busy work week, so I kind of get behind on shows, when it comes to weekly things and other shows I'm, watching to catch up on, in my downtime and such. I have a lot of downtime, but still. I just have a lot of stuff on my plate right now, but I still want to give some attention to iZombie this week for sure, just because it's such a unique show compared to everything else out there. I feel like I'd feel bad if I didn't, cover it each week or at least give my general thoughts on it. Zombie Knows Best, pretty good episode. I liked it quite a bit. I probably enjoyed it more than the premiere last week. The premiere was fine. It gave us a lot of information when it came to the zombie group and their plans for the city and humans in general. Basically, it sort of set the stages, but laid a lot of questions. I just feel iZombie is at its best when it has those bits of plot that develop and those serious character notes that hits it can hit fairly and surprisingly well sometimes, mixed in with some really clever and really really cute and fun humor. And this episode definitely focused more on that humor end of it, but it gave us some really good character stuff with Clive. So this really was this is an excellent episode actually by iZombie standards. Not saying iZombie's bad. I just mean this is like a good example of how good the show can be. I think it's a solid one at least. Of course, probably the backbone of this episode was the story of Clive and Wally and everything. We actually got flashbacks on it this week. So you got to see his bond grow with the kid and his the mother, which I thought was pretty touching. Malcolm Goodwin, he's a pretty fine actor, and he, of course, Babineau next to Liv anyway, is probably my favorite character on the show. Second to Liv. Okay, let's remember that. And just seeing him still wrapping his head around all this zombie stuff too is fun. But you really did feel for him in those flashbacks, and just him sort of sitting in like these dazes or sort of like spacing out. It's definitely understandable. I like the way they played that off so far, or the way that they've portrayed that. But on that humor side of things I talked about, it was just pitch perfect. Rose McIver is a master of these little mannerisms with Liv, and just a master of still making her feel like Liv, but just portraying all these different personalities because of the brains. And this week, Major's on teenage girl brains, and then Liv's on basically like this good dad, sort of man's man, type of brain. So I thought that was a lot of fun. Major's whining about like these texts and everything, giving like this really teenage middle school type of relationship advice to Ravi. And then Liv's just saying things like, "You okay, buddy?" Or if you do this, there's a crisp $5 bill in it for you. Just different lines like that. Rose McIver just delivers them so well. Cute, quirky, funny, at the same time, sincere. She's just perfect as Liv on the show. I just loved every minute, with her acting out things like that, as I always do. So I thought that was all a lot of fun, and there are plenty of other lines, throughout the episode. I'm not gonna try to repeat, but definitely a really fun episode. I did think it was all around more enjoyable than the premiere. I'm excited to see what season 3 brings in terms of the main story and everything. And then like Liv's speech or like motivational talk to Ravi about how he's feeling the jealousy over Blaine and Peyton, and her whole keep your chin up champ, because there's no one I know that's better than Ravi or something like that. But yeah, I just like this episode a lot. If I had to rate it, I was thinking an 8.5, but really, I base my rating somewhat on like critical, but I mostly base it on just pure enjoyment. That should be the most important thing, no matter what. And just for iZombie, I'm giving it an 8.7. An extra two. So yeah, pretty good episode. Let me know what you guys thought about it if you watched this whole video. But yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm going to be doing a review of this week's episode of The Originals at some point, probably tomorrow. Also, maybe talking about the prequel Penny Dreadful, comic book series I picked up. And then maybe do another video on that Godzilla Rulers of Earth as well, but we'll see. Also starting to watch more anime too, ever since I seen Ghost in the Shell. Continuing into season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul that my girlfriend started me on. So yeah, once I get further into that, I might do a video on that as well. I think I'm actually into anime now to an extent, so that's fun. But yeah, catch you guys next time. Peace.